All right, okay. Hey guys, this is Haley Mocha, aka Big Sister Altruism, coming at you live and direct for a Exhale by Spa Expo video tutorial. So in this tutorial, we're going to go over preparation for the Exhale Spa Day, some best practices, as well as some tools that we have available for you to use to help make the role play an enjoyable experience for you and your guests. And so let's go ahead and get started here. So first thing I want to do is we have several roles available. Those include um, individuals at our facial massage, manicure, and pedicure station, as well as concierge who are responsible for routing our guests and providing them a hospitable and friendly experience as they navigate through their different appointments. And so, coming up here soon, if you haven't already done so, you'll receive a sheet that'll have a complete breakdown of the roles and responsibilities of each staff type so that you know what to expect coming into your role. Please keep in mind that if you are taking a facial massage and manicure pedicure role, that you may be routed to a different station at some point in time, depending on our needs. So be prepared. Make sure you go over and review all of the items, not just some of them, so that you're ready to go if you're needed somewhere else during your time frame that you're signed up for. All right. Okay, so let's hop on over back in world here. Okay, so when you sign up, you're going to get a little folder here. Let me see if I can make a little stuff there. All right, there you go. And it's going to be an Exhale Staff Kit folder. It'll have your name here. And in it, you'll have three subfolders in an object. These will be where your props are to use for your role play, which will go in further detail here soon. And then you'll get your uniform and you'll get an object that has your name on it. So the first thing I want to do is let's hop into the uniform. And so you'll get this lovely little romper that I have on here, the Exhale Body and Spa romper. This will be your uniform, and you can wear it with the hair of your choice and the shoes of your choice to ensure that all of our guests have a positive experience during their time at the spa and that it's not too laggy. We ask a few things of you. One, you want to keep your script count as low as possible. That means removing any unnecessary HUDs, things. If you don't need it, get rid of it, drop it, tell it to go. Also, avoid hair that has resizers. If it does, size it up the way you want it, make a copy of it, delete the scripts, and wear the unscripted version of that hair. Please, if you're wearing hair that has materials, make sure the materials are turned off. And yes, we're going to skip ASO jewels and paddles for this event because they carry a high complexity which can lag out our guests and also convert us to jelly dolls for some of them. So please, 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 that includes shoes as well. Let's try to wear the non-scripted versions. Instead, like last time where we were spread across several buildings over a sim, we are in one building. So let's have a good time. Let's keep things low. If you're wearing an AO and you don't already know to do so, you can install your AO in your Firestone browser. If you're not sure how to do that, please hit my box and I will be happy to show you. This will also help to minimize the amount of scripts that we have running within our space. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into our HUD. So as I mentioned before, you'll have this lovely little object with your name on it. This is actually your Exhale Spa emote HUD. And as you can see, there are four buttons right here. These buttons activate the actual role play. Thanks to feedback from you guys from the last time that we did the spa day, I made a lot of improvements here on this, and I hope that you enjoyed them. And if there is something that you aren't enjoying so much, please don't hesitate to let me know. And I will keep it in mind for the next time that we do this, or when rolling out a new version or improvements on this HUD. So uh, these large buttons, that activates the role play. Below each of these buttons, you'll see 3 buttons. These are your controls. The first one is the pause. The second one is the resume, and the last one is the stop. And so if you're running your role play and you run into a hiccup, your guest has to go AFK, whatever, you can pause it and then resume it. Hit this green button to resume it when you're ready. Say you made a mistake. Say you hit the wrong button. You can go ahead and hit that stop button and it will stop running the role play altogether. Some things to point out here: if you crash, if you leave the sim, anything like that, this HUD's going to reset. It will not resume. The scripts will start over the minute you re-enter the region. So just keep that in mind, that if you do crash or you leave, just go ahead and start over, because that's the only thing you can do at that point. Okay, all right. The next thing I want to point out is that this is not intended to replace you interacting with your customer or your role play. It is only set up to enhance the role play experience. Okay, and so what this system does is it impersonates you in local for your guests and carries out the actual actions and role play, as well as guiding you through the menu, through the different controls, so that you don't have to sit there with a note card copying and pasting things in local. This is going to do all of that for you, and or sifting through your controls trying to figure out what is where, when, why, and how, or what to do next. It's going to tell you. So we're going to go over that here in a few moments, but it's going to tell you what to do, when to do it, where to do it, so that you can spend your time providing a wonderful interactive experience with our guests, engaging with them, adding to the role play. Maybe you know a little thing about massages, or you want to, get them to interact and say, hey, I noticed you have a little bit of tension here. Get a little conversation going. Make this a good experience for our guests. And so this is just to support you and to help you to be successful in doing that without being frustrated or having a lot of manual work to do. So that's what this is for. So keep that in mind moving forward. Okay. All right. So as I mentioned and I promised, let's go ahead and do some sample runs here. So I'm just going to go ahead and sit down on this. Now you notice by default I am sitting on the table. If you are sitting, that means you are in the guest position, and you'll want to go ahead and click swap here on your menu to transition to the service position of the table. Okay, that way when your guest sits down, they will sit down as the guest, not as the masseur. If you make a mistake, just remember, hit swap and you're good to go. All right, so another improvement I made on this HUD is I edit sound on the click. So let me just show you that here. And I also edit prompts in local, so that way if it's lagging, you're not sure what's going on, you can click and say click, 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 and you'll notice words for you or comments for you will be in orange, and emotes in local or whispers will be in green. So you hit pause, you hit play, you hit whatever. You'll know if you actually hit it or activated it when you hear that sound of click, click, click. That means you've activated that control. So it's not doing anything right now because I don't actually have a script running for it to control. So that's why you don't see anything. So let's go ahead and check out this facial here. So I'm not going to run through the whole thing. And here we go. What is going on here? What is going on? 1 second, guys. I think the script isn't running. If that happens to happen to you, please hit my box and I will take care of you. It shouldn't, but I'm going to do my best to make sure that I have all scripts in your HUD running, but if it's not, go ahead and hit my box. I'll fix that for you and you'll be good to go. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to hit that facial button. Okay, and you'll notice that after clicking the facial button, that now activates the control and it's giving me instructions. It's telling me to add the facial swab, which is right here in my folder. Facial swab to myself. And then it says to hit the beauty and then brush face from this menu over here. So I'm going to click beauty. I'm going to hit brush face. Now it's adding the emote to the local. And so this is where it's impersonating me and emoting to my customer. Okay, so I'm talking through this, so it went a little bit slow. You guys will be a little bit faster. That's why I say practice, practice, practice. Please be sure to go down to the sim prior to over the next couple of weeks and practice, go through, familiarize yourself with the controls. Now I detached the cotton swab and I'm good to go there. The cotton swab is detached. I threw it away. So I'm good to go there. So these are the moments where you want to have a little light interaction. You know, you could say something like, hey, let me know if it burns. You know, or whatever you want to say. But keep your customer engaged throughout the experience. And so you get to a place where maybe, as I mentioned, you need to pause, play, or resume. You can go ahead and hit any of the controls. There it is. It's telling me it is paused. Then I can go ahead and resume when I'm ready to continue, and it will play. So keep that in mind. I can also hit stop to completely stop the entire system from running. So last things, because I don't want this to be a super long video. Last things I want to go over. So yeah, go through these controls, check them out, get on the different stations, and you know, go from there. So last thing I want to go over is that what you'll do to streamline communication and make it as simple as possible so you don't have a ridiculous amount of people in and out of your box and trying to navigate through the lag. That is frustrating. So what we're going to do is you're going to have you're going to hop into Discord every time a customer comes to your station that you are assigned. You're going to put the station name and the status of your station. So if I'm at station Manny 1, I'm going to post in Discord, Manny 1 occupied when my guest arrives. When my guest leaves and I'm ready for the next customer, I'm going to say Manny 1 available. What this does is prevent you from having 4 concierge in your box asking you, are you done yet? Are you available? I need a station. You know, or you having to keep up with a bunch of boxes, because now they can go on Discord and see the status and know whether to bring their customer over or to route them to one of our buffer stations for some role play to give you time to finish up with your current customer. So keep that in mind, guys. Again, the last thing I want to say is thank you, thank you, thank you for all of your sacrifice. Thank you for your passion for Relay for Life. And if you have any questions, concerns, comments, feedback, please don't hesitate to hit my box. My office is always open. Love you guys. Mwah.